Hello everyone, it's Christine from Christine's Stamping Spot. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Alberta, Canada. And thank you for joining me today for my Mystery Monday video, our last one in the month of August. Hard to believe we're going to be jumping into September next week, or the end of this week actually. So hope you're all enjoying the rest of your summer and that your kiddos are getting ready for school. So today we're going to take a look again at the Simply Zinnia bundle. And in particular, I saw this really neat idea by Susan Hoare, who's a demo in the US, where she created a project using this stamp or this bundle with our new in colors. So I thought I'm going to give that a try. And I did do a video using this bundle before, and I kind of thought about it again now because I just did a class on Saturday featuring this bundle and actually the whole suite of products. And I just want to show you quickly the projects that we did, or maybe I'll show them at the end. How about that? I'll show them at the end. Just hopefully I won't forget. So if you're looking for the Simply Zinnia bundle, you are not going to find it in our annual catalog, and that's because it's an online exclusive. So there is a separate category on the website for online exclusives, and those are a whole different set of products that you will find there, and some are amazing. The thing with online exclusives is sometimes they can sell out and they will not be restocked, but others will be restocked. So the case is kind of like that with this one. It went, what went on back order? The dies. The dies were not available, so then the bundle became unavailable. However, the stamp set was still available. And a lot of the other pieces are still available too. Like there's some really bright and beautiful designer paper. There's some embellishments. There's an embossing folder, which I'm going to show you. So keep a check on it because they, if it says currently unavailable, that means it's going to be coming back. And that is the case with this one. Okay, so if you, oh, sorry, I'll just quickly show you, ta-da, the pieces. So here we go. These are all of the dies and these are the stamps. So some really, really great dies to make some really great and fun projects. All right, so if you have not used our in colors, our new 24 to 26 in colors, this is what they look like. So we have 5 new colors for the next 2 years. And let's see if I can remember these. This is Peach Pie. Then we have Petunia Pop. Pretty in Pink, which actually used to be one of our core colors. And then when they revamped our whole color offering 2 years ago, they removed this one, but now they've brought it back as an in color for 2 years. So a very pretty pink. This is Shy Shamrock, and then we have Summer Splash, which is just so fun for summer projects or just, you know, other projects. So we are going to use all of these colors in our project, and I will show you what we are going to make. And it is this card. So I thought this was kind of fun, just because it does use all of those in colors and uses the dies specifically. So I will show you how we are going to put this together. I did pre-cut a bunch of the pieces because there are some pieces to cut with these dies. So we are going to start with a piece of, this is the Summer Splash. So this is what we are going to use for our base. Now I did switch my design just a teeny bit from Susan's, but sort of same concept using all of the in colors. Okay, so this will be our base, and on that we're going to add a layer of basic black, and I love these two colors together. Are those not just so pretty? Oh, I just love that. I'm a big fan of this color anyway, the Summer Splash. I love different little variations of it, and I just think it's a really, really nice color. Kind of like our old Bermuda Bay, but a little bit lighter, I think. Okay, and then we are going to add a piece of basic white, and I have run it through that Zinnia 3D embossing folder. And this is what it looks like. It's a large 6x6 folder that is a 3D, and it's just full of florals, okay, of zinnia flowers. So very cool. And this is what it looks like when it comes out of the die cut machine. So you can decide which side you would like to show. So we will put that on top of our basic black. Okay, so we'll do that. And then before I go ahead and do these flowers, I'm just going to add my greeting. And that's just because that will give me a better idea of where I want to position my flowers when it's ready to do that. So for that, I took the sentiment from the stamp set, one of them, which I thought was really nice. Sending flowers and thinking of you. I thought that was a really nice set. There's also gratitude and thank you so much. So let's put those together. And we'll just put those on the card base just so it'll be a little bit easier when we come to put our flowers down. Okay, so this was stamped with the Petunia Pop ink, so also one of the ink colors that we've used on that for the greeting. Okay, so let's put this, I'm just going to put this more towards the bottom to give me a little bit of room to spread out the flowers. Okay, so there we go. So let's set this aside for a minute, and then we will assemble our flowers. So when it comes to putting these flowers together, you have a lot of options as far as how many layers of petals you would like to put together. Now I'm going with 2 because there are 2 different shapes of the flower die, of the zinnia die. So one is a little bit more, you know, this has a sort of a bigger center than the other one. But you could add 3, 4 if you wanted. You could curl up the edges, and I'll show you an example of that at the end. So what I did was I cut 2 of the peach pie, 2 of the pretty in pink, and 2 of the Petunia Pop. So we're just going to put these on top of each other, each color together. And I don't know if there's a right or wrong as to how to attach these together. I just sort of play with it and offset it a little bit. Okay, so kind of like that. And I don't even know if it really matters which one goes on the top and which on the bottom. I just randomly decided to put the larger center one on the bottom. I just thought it has a little bit more of an area to adhere then to the card. And then this Petunia one, we will put... Now, another thing to say, you can't just go crazy with colors. I think zinnias come in a lot of different colors. I don't know, do any of you have them in your garden? That might be a good question. Maybe leave a comment and let me know if you grow these in your garden. I know a friend of mine does, and she's posted beautiful photos of hers. Okay, and then what I did was I also die cut 3 centers in the same colors, but I'm going to put them on, I'm not going to put the pink on the pink. I'm just going to kind of play around with which colors I'm putting on which. And there's no, I don't think there's a right or wrong, but let's just play with it a little. And I mean, if you wanted to put the same on, you probably could. I'm just going to kind of switch it up, or if you wanted to put a completely different color that's all the same, you could do that too. There's lots of creative license for these ones. Okay, and then I cut the stamens out of basic black, and I did put an adhesive sheet on the back just because I thought me trying to put liquid glue or some adhesive on such a narrow die would be problematic for me. If it works for you, definitely go for it. But I am just going to put the black. And Susan on her sample didn't put a stamen on her card. She just left it without and just left the flowers looking like this, which was also very, very nice. But I'm just going to add this just because it's part of the bundle. And I think it'll kind of tie in with the other black that we've put on our project. So put that one there, and then put the other one on the last one, and then we will try to lay these out and see how we want to stick them down. Okay, so let's bring back our base. So I have also cut 3 leaves, and this is out of the Shy Shamrock, which is the other in color. The Shamrock and the Summer Splash actually are pretty close. Like you can tell the Shamrock is a little more green tint to it than the Summer Splash. But they're both very, very nice colors. All right, so then you're just going to kind of lay these down whichever order you want. Okay, so on my sample, I did it this way. Maybe this one I'll switch it up a little bit. So I am going to pop each of these up on with a dimensional or 2. So let's start with the petunia pop. I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals. 1 was probably fine, but let's try 2. Okay, and whichever way you want your flower to sit is totally fine. Let's put it here. And then let's put our pink one on. And then we'll add our last flower, and then we'll tuck those leaves underneath. So I'm just going to overlap this a little bit. You can go up, you can go down, whichever way you would like, and over maybe. And then let's do our last one. Okay, so this one, maybe like I did on there, I'm just going to sort of tuck it underneath at the top. And then we'll add our leaves. Now, I'm not going to put these on dimensionals because I want the flowers to be our main focus. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on and just sort of tuck these underneath. So I'm going to put one here. Oh, I think my adhesive has run out. Oh, that was not very good timing, was it? Okay, let me just quickly switch that out. One moment, please. Always when you don't expect it, right? Okay, let's get this in here. Which way are you going? There we go. And I always make sure, because sometimes I get a little bit of adhesive buildup right on the entry parts of this this adhesive holder here. So I always just sort of check once in a while, even if there's still refill in there, that there's no buildup, because that will affect how your tape runner will roll. And then sometimes it could pop out and then it's a mess and blah, blah, blah. But I think that's okay now. Okay, so let's see. There we go. So we'll put our second one. I think I'm going to tuck this in the bottom, like on my sample. Kind of like that. And then our third one, shall tuck under here. There, like that. So the last thing we need to do is add a little bit of bling. So I've pulled out the In Color Shimmer Gems, which are the same colors. Now, they come in all of the colors, or 4 of them, I guess. Maybe it's just 4. And there's 2 different sizes. So I'm going to stick with, let's see, this one I put on the green. Should I switch this one up? I could. Maybe I'll put Petunia Pop. I'll put Petunia Pop on this one. The green is a nice way to bring out our summer splash, but I think I'm going to just try something a little different with our color here. I'm just going to put 3, like so. And there you go. There is your in color Simply Zinnia card. That's just another take on how to use those dies. Fun. I love it. Okay, so quickly before I let you go, I'm going to just quickly show you the projects I did at my class. Now, I have posted these on my website and my YouTube channel, not YouTube, sorry, on my website, and I will be putting them on Pinterest as well. So this was the first one. This is a book binding card. So you just open it like this, and this is the binding part there. And this uses some of the Zinnia designer paper. Love it. Very bright colors, very happy colors. So that was one of them. And then we did this one. Now this is the one where we actually used 4 layers. 4 layers for the flower and offset each layer. This was Melon Mambo. This is also the Zinnia designer paper. And it is double-sided, so you can, decide which one you would like. So this one, we also just sort of curled up the ends of the petals a teeny bit, just to give it a little bit of a different look. But there are 4 of the petals, so 2 of each size, or 2 of each shape, I guess, to make that big flower. And then we had this one, which is really bright. It has the lemon lime twist, and this is actually berry burst. Used some more of that designer paper here on the bottom, and this was embossed with a Zinnia embossing folder. And these sequins are actually part of the Zinnia suite. So they are self-adhesive, and they look like this. I don't know if you can see through that paper, might be a bit of a shine, but it's got 4 different colors and 2 different sizes of each. So we used some of these on, I think, 3 of the projects. So that was that. And our last one was this, which was inspired by Michelle Jutrisa of Australia. She took part in a color challenge, and these are the colors she came up with, which I at first was, but the more I look at it, and I think some of the ladies that attended the class were, I think it kind of grows on you actually. And I love the Pretty Peacock with the Granny Apple Green. I think those 2 are really neat. And the orange, just the pumpkin pie on there, just pops, right? So I really like how that turned out. And this was different again in that we did 3 flowers, but they only had 2 of the shapes. And then added a couple of these other small small buds. And these dies are all in the Zinnia dies. So all of these dies are there. Okay, so those were the projects from the class. So I hope you'll give the Zinnia bundle a try. Really fun. You can go crazy with color. Just decide what color flowers you want. I think Zinnias come in many, many different color varieties. So have fun with it. And I hope you enjoyed that project today. So we'll see you again in September next week. Have a good week, everyone. Bye for now.